all keep drinking liquid throughout the day. Think of a situation where all the liquid gets trapped in our body and we don't excrete it out. What would happen? There could be a blast in our tummy. But does it ever blast like that? No. So there's some system in our body, there are some organs in our body which help us in excreting or taking out the waste, right? When we are drinking this, when I drank this liquid, what exactly happened? It went into my body, finally it will go in my blood, and there will be some filtering unit in the blood, something like a sieve. When you make tea, you filter it in order to remove the waste, the tea leaves, and you enjoy the drink, you enjoy your tea. In the same way, there might be some filtering unit inside our body that filters the whatever we eat, and then the waste is excreted, or the extra water is removed, or the toxic substances are removed. So what is this filtering unit? It is known as kidney. So we have V-shaped kidneys in our body. Now let's see where is it exactly located. Just look at the skeleton. This is the back side of the skeleton. It is facing the back side. You could see the backbone in the center, right? And this is the rib cage. As you all know, rib cage is a cage-like structure which is made up of 12 pairs of ribs. Out of these 12 pairs, just see the last two ribs. The last two ribs, these are the last two ribs, or you can say the 11th and 12th rib, which is known as floating ribs, okay? And your kidney, which is bean-shaped structure, is placed somewhere here. This is the place where you find kidney. It is like a fist and it is actually placed over here. You could see my fingers, both the thumbs over here, okay? So this is the place where kidney is found. It is protected by the last two ribs of your rib cage, and it is in this area towards the back. Okay, it is not in front at all. Now these kidneys are protected by the muscles. They don't have any support. They are just you can say they are hanging over here. Okay, and they are stabilized on their own. There is no support for them. Only they rest on the muscles. All right, there are some muscles over here. And when we talk about these kidneys, if you see yourself, it is exactly placed over here in this area, just below your diaphragm. Okay. So it's protected by the floating ribs, it's protected by these two floating ribs, and it's present in this area towards the back side. It is not in front, it is towards the back side of the body when you see over here. Now, what are these kidneys? What is this excretory system all about? What is this kidney? Now, when we talk about the excretory system, it consists of two kidneys, two bean-shaped structure known as kidneys. It has got two ureter, two pipes. It has a urinary bladder and it has got a urethra. Now what is this kidney all about? If I show you, it is something like if you have a ball and you broke the ball from between. Okay, your ball has got two parts. So kidney's outer part is bulging like this. Okay, it is known as convex part, whereas the inner part of the kidney is a concave part. You could see this area. Now it is same. If you see kidney like this, it is a bean-shaped structure. The outer part is convex, whereas the inner part is concave. Okay. From the inner part, there is a hole over here known as hilum. From hilum, the ureter arises. Okay. And there are two thin tubes, two ureters, which you could see both the ureters over here, and it is connected to the urinary bladder. Fine. Urinary bladder is a muscular bag. It looks like a balloon. And when we talk about ureter, these are the thin tubes that connects kidney to the urinary bladder. Is it clear? So now urinary bladder is like a balloon, like a muscular bag, which can even stretch. Then there is a urethra. There is a opening over here by which we excrete the urine out, and this urethra is a small tube which is connected to urinary bladder. But there is a muscle over here at this place. This muscle is known as sphincter muscle. Once the urinary bladder is full, once the bladder is entirely full, this muscle relaxes and we can piss it out, or we can go for pee. But this muscle, the main function of this muscle is it keeps a check that urine should not be leaked out. Okay, so it protects the urine from leaking it out till once the bladder is full, then it is relaxed and the urine is excreted. So this is all about this system. Now moving on to, and when we talk about the kidneys over here, you could see there is a left kidney, there is a left kidney and the right kidney. Whereas the left kidney, both the kidneys are not equal in size. Okay, one is slightly smaller, one is larger. So the right kidney is smaller in size, whereas the left kidney is slightly larger in size. And if you see the location of the kidney, the right kidney is placed slightly at a lower level because we have liver towards the right hand side. Okay, is it fine? So there is no symmetry over here, it is asymmetrical. Right kidney is placed slightly lower, right kidney is slightly smaller than the left kidney. Fine? I'll just show you something over here. Now see, just a minute. Just give me a second. Yes. Now see children, you can see the actual position of the kidney. So these are the kidneys, these are the bean-shaped structure known as kidneys. The outer wall is the convex one and the inner one is the concave. Okay, and it is slightly flattened, whereas there is a hole over here which we call it as hilus. From hilus you can see the ureter is entering the kidney. Okay, hilus is an opening from where three things enter the kidney. This is ureter, and whereas this is your aorta. When I talked about heart, when we learned heart, we learned about aorta. Aorta is the artery, the biggest artery that takes the blood away from the heart. The pure blood it takes away from the heart and it gives to all the organs of the body. So this aorta is carrying the blood from the heart and it's supplying to both the kidneys. Okay. Then there is inferior vena cava which is collecting the blood from the kidneys and it will again take it to the heart. Okay. Now, this hilus is a hole or an opening from where three things enter the kidney. One is artery, another is vein, the vena cava, and then the ureter. Alright, all these three things enter the kidney through hilus. Now the anterior portion of the ureter is known as renal pelvis. This area when I'll open the kidney I'll show you. This is known as renal pelvis. Okay. Now let's just see. Yes, this is the artery, this is the vein. You can even see the flow of the blood. Okay, these are the two kidneys and these are the two glands. Okay, which are right above the kidney. Now see the way the blood is flowing. It's going in through this artery and it is moving out through vein. And in this process, you could see when the blood is moving in and it's moving out, so inside this there is some filtering unit, there is some sieve, there is some sieve like structure and which is filtering the blood. Okay, the entire blood got cleansed, entire blood got filtered inside the kidney, and in this process the urine is formed. Okay, the urine formed is moves out through this ureter and then it goes to the urinary bladder and it is excreted by urethra, right? Now see, when we talk about kidney, what is it all about? This is about the filtering of the blood. Now look at the internal structure of the kidney or the anatomy of kidney. So just see here, as I told you all, the kidney's outer wall, this is convex, okay, this is concave side of the kidney, and this is the anterior portion of the ureter which is known as renal pelvis. Fine. The outermost area of the kidney is known as cortex. This is cortex, okay, and then this portion is the medulla. This portion is the medulla. And then you see the renal pyramid over here. You could see some cone-like structures, some pyramid-like structures over here. And these pyramids have two parts. One is broader part of the pyramid and there is narrow part of the pyramid. The broad part of the pyramid is towards the cortex. whereas the narrow part of the pyramid is towards the renal pelvis. As I told you all, this is the renal pelvis. Fine, the anterior part of the ureter. Okay, so the cortex has got so many tubules, so many tube-like structure in it, so many filtering units in it, millions of filtering units in it. We call it as nephron. Okay, so nephron are the filtering units. They are found in cortex region, and they have duct, collecting duct as well. That duct comes in this pyramid, renal pyramid, and from that duct you could see even the this blood, when it is carrying, the blood is carried by the artery. You can see the artery, it is branched into again further narrow capillaries, and it is still cortex, right? So blood is carried till here, and here you have tubes which filter the blood, and then with this blue color, you could see the blue color thing, the blue color vein, it is, the blood is collected by the blue color vein and it is carried out. Okay, so all the filtration process is done in the nephrons over here. There are millions of nephrons in the kidney, and these nephrons are decided at the time of the birth. Alright, these are the actual unit of filtration. Now, once the blood is filtered, all the urine, it comes over here, and through this it comes towards the narrow end, and ultimately it is collected in the duct. You can see this duct over here. There's a duct, and this area, if you see, is looking like sepals of a flower. When I taught you the flower, I talked about sepals, and together what do you call sepals as? Calyx. So this is the calyces part of the thing of the kidney, and which from where it has got minor ducts, it has got major duct, and when the urine is brought to the major duct, it moves out through this ureter. Okay, and it goes down. Now I'll be showing you what is nephron. Okay, I'll just show you the structure of nephron. And nephron has got Bowman's capsule. So this is all about nephron. Okay, there's a Bowman's capsule over here, there's glomerulus, there are ducts. Okay, and there's so many nephrons are connected with a very large duct known as collecting duct. So finally the urine is collected in this duct. Okay, and then it is passed. I'll show you the Bowman's capsule. How is it? Just a minute. Yes. So these nephrons, we have millions in a kidney, which is decided at the time of the birth, right? Now, yes, this is Bowman's capsule. Yeah, you could see this is Bowman's capsule, and these are the tubules over here. Okay. Yes, these are the filtering units. Fine, or you can say this is the glomerulus, which is Bowman's capsule is actually a cup-like structure. Fine, where these tubules are there, and then actually when the blood gets filtered over here, I'll be moving on in the next video. In the next thing, I'll show you that how it moves in, how it penetrates in the wall of the Bowman's capsule. Okay, fine. Now, what we talked about right now is, suppose this is the Bowman's capsule, okay, and it has got this is the glomerulus, and it has got two ducts over here, whereas this is the proximal duct, proximal convoluted tubule, this is the distal convoluted tubule, and this is the common collecting duct. You might be wondering, when the blood comes over here, you have seen the artery, from artery the blood is carried over here. So once the blood comes over here, once the filtration of the blood starts, actually there are some holes over here in this cup-like structure. Okay, there are few holes in this cup-like structure. So through these holes, everything first moves in, let it be good or bad for our body. Okay, so everything moves in over here in this tube. It moves down. When it reaches, this is known as the loop of Henle. Okay, when it reaches the loop of Henle, in this loop, in this duct, now over here, the good thing gets absorbed. Okay, the good thing gets absorbed by the blood, and extra water gets reabsorbed into the duct. Fine. Whatever is required by the body from loop of Henle, it is absorbed in the blood. And there are so many blood capillaries over here. If you'll see, it is surrounded by so many blood capillaries, the loop of Henle. Okay. So the actual absorption is done from here. All the good things moves to blood and extra water is reabsorbed over here in this tubule, and then the waste and the extra water together together moves to this collecting tubule, and then it is excreted in the form of urine. From this tubule it goes to, as I told you, finally it goes to the renal pelvis region. From there it goes to urinary ureters. Okay, from ureter it is brought to the urinary bladder, and once the urinary bladder is full, we excrete it out, okay, through urethra. Fine. So what we talked about, one more thing I would like to show you. Consider this as if this is blood, okay, in your aorta, and here I have a sieve, okay. So once in the Bowman's capsule this is happening. This is, imagine as if it is this capsule, and this is glomerulus, the sieve, okay, it is glomerulus, and if this red color blood is poured through glomerulus, through this sieve, what exactly happens is, ultimately you get somewhat slightly yellow color urine, okay. So the color of the urine is yellow. When you pour red color blood, you get yellow urine. Now, this is what happens over here. Let's summarize what we learned today. We talked about excretion in humans. We were talking about kidney, whereas kidney is bean-shaped structure. They are slightly flattened. They are 10 to 12 centimeters long, 5 to 7 centimeters wide. They are 2 to 3 centimeters thick. Average weight of the kidney is 120 to 170 grams. They are placed against back wall or abdominal cavity. They are just below the diaphragm. Okay. The diaphragm is you could say, where the lungs ends. Okay. Either side, they are present at the either side of the vertebral column. Now, kidney is divided into two parts: the cortex and the medulla. Cortex is the outer portion. Medulla is the conical shape. Medulla is the inner portion, whereas you find conical shaped pyramids. Right. Now, we moved on to the nephrons. What is nephron all about? This is the basic structural and functional unit. We have glomerulus in the nephrons. We have Bowman's capsule. There is loop of Henle. There is proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, common collecting duct, and this is the structure of the kidney. Whereas you have cortex, medulla, renal pyramid, and you have renal pelvis region. What is excretion all about? It is removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. We remove nitrogenous waste from the body, and there's a few types of waste. Like when we remove in the form of urea, then it is done in the men. We call it as ureotelic, and when we remove the nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid, it is done in birds. We call it as uricotelic excretion, and when we remove the waste in the form of ammonia, is mostly done in the insects. We call it aminotelic. And urine formation already we have seen. It has filtration process. It has reabsorption. Filtration is done over here. Reabsorption is done in this place, and collection is done in this collecting tubule. We produce 1 to 2 liters of urine per day. So I'm sure now it's clear to you what are the excretory units, how the excretion is done, and that's it.